up? What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to, I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Bird was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he started talking about prison. Why? Because the bitch was probably fucking in prison. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yana Van Zam's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. And you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Hit me up in my DMs. I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Well, hello, people. Hello, and hell, goddamn low. How the hell are you? We are here, and I am back for yet another exclusive interview, as only we can do it here. It is yours truly, L Teddy 27, for yet another review. We will be chronicling and interviewing one of the cast members from the Real Life reality franchise, specifically the show Real Life and Music. Now, we've interviewed him before. We interviewed him last season, and he was real quiet and reserved and squeamish, trying to act like he was a little innocent little boy. And he was just moving to Atlanta and they didn't have a whole lot to say. He was so, demure and reserved and all of that good stuff. Well, he done got Atlanta-fied and the people just done got to him, and now he's just, wild and all out of pocket and sorts. So we got a lot of things to talk about. So I'm gonna bring him on up so we can get this good party started. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary gender conforming members of our audience, I give you Dublavaeé from the hit show Real Life and Music.
Bow, bow, bow. We are here. We are queer. And we are on season 2 of this bitch.
And so we are. How's it feel, sir? This your second go round. I ain't popping that cherry this time. It just slide on easy this
I mean,
time.
it's a little bit easier this time
They
than the
say them
first than
walls
our
done
first
came
time.
down and it slides on easy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god. Well, there's still walls here, okay? The walls are
Mm,
intact. They're intact.
okay,
But it might be a little
but
bit easier now. It's a little easier season two, okay? We done did this before. In season two, it's like, okay, I'm more
huh.
comfortable.
And that means we could just go in and go to town.
Whew, see, so we gonna have to discuss all that because I feel
Yeah,
like I ain't really.
let's get right down to it. We ain't got a lot of time. We got some things to do.
Let's talk
So
about it.
I'm gonna start off real light, then we just gonna dive in. So it's season two. We're 4 episodes in. You know the routine. You know how this go. How is season two for you different from season one?
So I will say it's like several different ways it's different. Season two, just the cast, everybody is more willing. Everybody's like doesn't have an ego. I mean, it's still some egos in there. We're all artists, so it's still some egos. But more so with this group, everybody was willing to show up and do whatever. So it was way more fun, and I'm like even more tuned into the show because it's just so I don't know. It's so much richer now for some reason. Like I'm literally glued to the TV. Season one, I watched it a little bit, but like I'm literally like rewatching episodes in this season because it's just so good. But I do feel way more comfortable. Like you said in the intro, I was newer down here, so I really didn't have a lot to say. Now I have a lot to say because I've been here and because it's new people coming. So I definitely have an opinion of the new people. Before I was more so trying to be it was a campfire. Let's kumbaya. Let's all be friends. Let's all do this stuff. And to an extent, we're kind of doing that this season because we're working on an EP. EP is coming out for the show. So that's exciting. That's something I wanted to do season one, but everybody's head wasn't in it. But I definitely got my opinions about the new girls. Like, I mean, and some of the old girls, but it's like, yeah, it's more so I'm comfortable now.
I'm sure you got some opinions on the new people. We'll get there in a second.
What?
Speaking of, you know what? Let's just dive right in. Thoughts
Mm-hmm.
on the new cast members? Who you see it for? Who you don't see it for? Who's the girl? Bitch, don't even get in my airspace because, bitch, I will fuck you up. Girl, let's talk about it. Okay, so I'm going to call them out. I'm going to call the
Okay.
ones that don't do too much, and then we're going to get
Okay.
to the other ones. I
Yeah.
don't remember her name, but the new lesbian light skinned girl is like Sonor or something like that.
Siani. Yeah, Siani.
Siani Janor or something like that, right?
Siani Janor.
Siani Janor. I
Janor
wasn't that off.
Janori.
I wasn't that off. So how you feel about her? I don't like her so far. 4 episodes in, she'll bother me. But how you feel about her? Because you see her more than I do.
Love Siani. Siani is chill. Siani is a vibe. Like Siani is a cool girl. Like that's really how I would describe her. Like she's chill as fuck. Her music is chill as shit. Like she gives me like Kalani vibes, like her vibes, like musically. But
She's the one that
yeah.
does R&B, right?
Yep, she
I
sings.
hated that we didn't get to hear her at the mystery artist thing.
So I thought that was weird too. I was like, why didn't she perform? It would have been like
Right.
we kind of got introduced to everybody else but her.
And the reason that I really want to hear her is because everybody else on the show is a rapper. Bryson claims he does music, but he ain't singing nowhere in America. So we really need a really need an R&B artist,
Oh
somebody who
my
can
god.
sing. Hey girl,
I can't with you. You said we've been longing for it. We needed a singer, an R&B
girl, we
singer.
like 5 or 6 years in, girl. I mean, two shows, like 5 or 6 years, and
Oh
girl,
my god.
nothing.
Oh my
But you want
god.
to talk about what everybody else do? Shut up, L Teddy. This is why you don't have
Shut up.
any friends. Um, but because I
Oh my
wanted to hear
god.
somebody do R&B, somebody actually sing, because we haven't got no real singers on the show yet, except for her. So
We we do get
but you
into
critiquing
her.
everybody else stuff and they producing stuff. Shut up, L Teddy. Nope. But yeah, so you say she's a vibe. Next, I guess the next we'll talk about J Dot. How do you feel about J Dot?
Child. And all this stuff I'm about to say, J Dot knows.
Mm,
I love J Dot as a person,
but
but he's stuck in old ways and it's slightly. like the word that you would use to describe it, because that's what I love. There's words to describe everything. Like when somebody is gaslighting you, there's a word for that. You might not know what it is, you know what I mean? But like he's homophobic. Like he's homophobic and he's transphobic. And it's like it was instilled in him. That's how he was raised. So
But you'd be surprised. There's a lot of the gay community that is transphobic. I tell people all of the time, the LGBTQ, they just lump all of us together, but all of those are separate letters that have
mhm,
separate experiences and separate lives that they
identities,
live.
yeah.
There's not this whole cohesive bunch, and it's not out of the norm for gay men to be transphobic because they don't live that experience. I know a lot of gay men that have not hung around a trans person, don't know a trans person, ain't trying to know one because frankly they may not have a reason to. And the
Mhm,
few trans people that they may have learned are probably trans men and not trans women.
mhm. Yeah, no, I mean, like, Karma was the first trans woman I've ever really been around. And it's
Mm.
like, I didn't really know about trans people, but I know respect. So it's just like, I feel like with him, now, and you've seen the episode, Karma was dead ass wrong. Karma was wrong. Karma was wrong. But
We'll
I
get
feel
that.
like,
We gonna talk about that because that
yeah,
was from
okay.
episode 4. We gonna break that down a little bit.
Okay, well,
We
yeah, we'll
certainly
come
gonna
back to
break that
that.
down. But
But yeah,
overall,
transphobia is
J Dot,
crazy.
overall, how you feel about J Dot? Is he somebody you could see yourself, you see it for, or somebody on the you don't see it for side? There's no in between.
I see it for him, but I need him to he needs like guidance. He needs like a team to like tell him like, oh, this is good or this is bad. That's one thing that a lot of like gay artists don't have. We don't have musical friends to help us with our rapping or our singing. I know when I first started, like it was just like I'm at this trap nigga's house. He got a fucking studio, and I just want to rap. So I'm just gonna go. We have to teach ourselves to an extent, or even like when it comes down to money too, like paying for our shit. Where it's like a lot of people they just got homeboys that be like, oh, you want to record? Come record shit. So it's like when you're gay, you really have to do shit by yourself. But like with him, it's like showing a little bit. Like you're doing this all alone. Like even down to the song selection that he did for like his opening, which was gagging everybody, and it was so awkward. But that is J Dot. So it's like I
I
don't bash
think.
him. Yeah, go ahead.
Mhm. No. I understand totally, and I'd love to interview him. I think if I do get a chance to interview, there's a lot that we need to unpack
Yeah.
with him. But what I will say to speak more to what you're saying,
Hmm.
that wasn't always the experience with the gay community. I think the younger gay community, your generation, feels that way because you all have access, way more access than my generation. So there's no need to have a nurturing system within the community. When I came in the gay community, it was you had to go get around the elders, get around the older people so that they could, show you the way, train you on some things. Because you
Yeah.
couldn't just say, oh, I'm gonna go on the internet and search for everything. Oh, there's a
Yeah.
YouTube video. We didn't have all of that. So you
Hmm.
had to kind of either one come through the community and have the elders teach you the way and teach you what to look for and then help you mature and grow, or you had some people who, and I'm not sure this is his experience. It kind of seems like with J Dot, where many of them didn't come up through the community. They only came up through the straight community. So when they were transplanted into the gay community, they didn't have that nurturing system. So there's this almost like self-hate but still wanting to be a
Yeah.
part. And
Yeah.
so, because they didn't go through that natural maturation process that you're supposed to have within the community. But that's, like I said, that's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
whole thing that I'd love to be able to interview him and we can talk
Production
about.
calls J Dot the gift that keeps on giving, and I didn't see it at first, but it's like I see it now. It's very entertaining, and it's like I find myself wanting him to grow. Like this is all fun, and it's like, I mean, it's not fun, but this is all okay, your opinion, but it's like I want to see you grow from this.
Mm.
Like even if you don't agree with it, I still need to see respect because there was ways. I mean, we let me know when we talk about the argument and the fight that they had.
Hmm.
So,
I'm not
but
gonna even let you talk about Vaughn and Jay because we gonna get there. We
okay,
should.
come
Oh,
on.
listen, we gonna
Come
get.
on, sis.
So
Come on,
let's get to.
baby.
So I'm gonna start in order. So the first big thing was Ty his weight loss, and that's your Judy. Did you ever really find out what the situation was
Girl, when I
with
tell you
that?
nobody knows, nobody but him and God. Okay,
Mm,
nobody knows, and that. But rewatching it, it was just like I do feel bad for the shit I said, even though it wasn't bad shit. Like it's like ties here, Riz Valentino. But it's like, to be honest, I didn't know what he was going through. Who knows what he did or is? You know what I mean? So it's just like watching it back. It was kind of cringe. I mean, yes, it was funny. It was funny, and I didn't come for like any health, but it was just like it could have been a health, you know what I mean, issue. And it's like certain things I'm looking back at the looking back and cringing slightly, confessional wise.
okay. Um, Interesting. Now, you being his friend, how did that make you feel looking at him go through that or experience that? How did that make you feel watching your friend go through that?
So it was like a gradual thing. So I didn't really notice how strange it looked until seeing it on camera. And I was like, wow. Like we all was like, okay, yeah, Ty lost weight. But I don't think we noticed Ty kept losing weight. So it was just like when it came to us, and we're going to see in an episode coming up, we all talked to him about it in front. And that's the gag, because I still don't know what the answer is. I don't think he gave us an answer, but it was just basically like, don't worry, I'm good type shit. So
I thought that
that's
was
what he
when
gave.
y'all sat down at that restaurant outside with all the flies flying around, and he had on.
So we kind of talked a little bit, but it's like
Oh,
we talk a little bit more about it. Like it's like okay, like now it's like more so like we're concerned, girl. So it's like I don't know which episode it is, but like we go to the mayor's ball and all this stuff. So it's like
okay,
that night we talk.
okay, cool, cool. So my next question: was it the fight supposed to be between you and Chrissy and not
Girl,
Karma and Chrissy? How
girl.
these whores end up on the ground, rolling around, rolling in the deep like like your
So
girl?
I just want to say, that's why I had to go so fucking hard in the confessionals because every time I wanted a moment, Karma took it. Karma took my goddamn
Child, I
moment.
thought it was Adele. We could have had it all rolling in the deep, honey. Baby, they was
No,
rolling in the deep on the ground.
baby,
I
you
said,
saw
"Oh,
the
girl,
footages. You saw the footages. I was gagging, and now everybody want to be like, "Oh, it wasn't a fight." No, baby, it wasn't a good fight, but it was a fight
it was
nonetheless.
a
It was a
fight." Oh
fight.
yes, it was a fight. It
Trust
wasn't
me.
a good fight, but it was a fight.
Me and Chrissy, and I think Chrissy don't even remember, so I'm waiting for Greg to drop the production to drop unreleased, but I mean deleted scenes or whatever. But basically, me and Chrissy were arguing about the whole him calling me weird thing last year and shit like that. And I mean, Karma and him still had that beef, and they were arguing. But like Chrissy stood up on me like once or twice, and like I think it was either the second time that he stood up on me. He stood up on me one time, and Karma stood up, and that's kind of how everything started. I'm like, I
I
gotta calm
wonder.
Karma down.
Do you know Chrissy's sign?
I think he's like a Aries. He's
Yeah,
like
I know
March or
she's not my
April.
sign, and she's from. I wonder where she from
She from
because
Philly.
the flip floppery, like after you got your ass dog walked, and then you all, oh, we can be friends now. Oh, it's not that bad. I'm just not built like that. Where I come from, the way my sign is set up, baby, if we're fighting, I don't care if I win, if I lose. Baby, we're not going to be friends. There's no mending of fences. There's no walking back, the flip floppery of it all. Girl, if I don't see it for you, I don't see it for you. I'm not changing on that. I don't
I
forgive. I
mean,
don't forget all of that good stuff. Girl, go with God. It's every time.
no, I feel that. I feel that. I feel
But
like
when you get your ass monkey stomped and dog walked, sometimes you have a change of heart. You be like, let me be nice to this girl before I get dog walked again.
let's go to brunch. No, no. So I feel both. I feel both. It's like, okay, like girl, we went through all that. I don't think we should just squash it and just be done. We can squash it, but I don't think we should be linking and trying to be cool. But I did love that scene because it was like I never seen them like make up or whatever. It was just like we're cordial now. So it was. I mean, you could even still see the shade in both of them. So I was loving it, but it was just like, okay, I do love to see this resolution because me and Chrissy, we didn't do that on camera. Y'all going the night that the table got fucked up. That's when me and Chrissy became cool when Karma was throwing shit, and we still haven't even gotten there yet. So all these 4 episodes, me and Chrissy are not cool. Like you can see anytime me and him are in the same
But
room,
you
we're
only
not
see
looking at
Chrissy
each
a
other.
half a second though. You only really see her for the fight, and then you see her again when she over there groveling and begging to be friends with Karma again, talking about, oh girl, let's kumbaya. We ain't see her outside of that. Maybe she was getting some
Not
facial
groveling.
treatments and something like that. She could have been getting her face worked out.
Oh my God. I don't know what Chrissy was doing, but I don't know. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have been like, especially if I got my ass beat on camera. We got to do a round two, bitch. Sober, sober. If
I
it's because
don't
I was
listen.
tipsy.
I promise you, I don't fight. See, I ain't got to worry about it. I do not fight. Don't look for me to fight. Don't come over here like we. I don't do all that carrying on.
My
There's law
mouth makes
enforcement. They'll
people
take
want to
care of that.
fight. Like that's why Chrissy wanted to fight me because my mouth was going off. But my thing is like, and that's why I stand by everything I do said in my confessionals because I didn't lie. Like I may have exaggerated, but I ain't lie. Like if anything, I just exaggerated my opinion of it. But like overall, I said what I said. But the girls get mad because like I'm articulate, so it's just like yikes.
Let me say this, and I'm going to stand on business, as the young kids say. I say the
Hmm.
same thing with everything. Karma is wrong as hell. Karma is the bad person because I never feel like you should put your hands on someone based on something that they said.
Yeah,
There's no, I don't care what you say to me. You can talk about anybody in my family. You can say whatever you
yeah.
want to say about me. A verbal interaction should
Hmm.
not spawn a physical altercation.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody touch me,
Hmm.
all bets are off.
Right. Right.
But I don't feel like there's ever a situation where you should be physically violent with someone, where put your hands on somebody. And the fact that I think that for me on any reality show,
Hmm.
it should be immediate. If you touch somebody, you're immediately off. Don't come back over here. Don't ask no questions. I fought production. Yes, production. Hello, production.
He says
I
this to
fought you
God.
because, and I say that because there was no type of, hey, we need to have a sit down meeting. We need to talk this out because y'all just came to physical blows. Y'all are on screen. This is supposed to be a show about queer people, LGBTQ
Hmm.
plus people trying
Community.
to make their way in the music industry, and y'all done came to blows. That's not a good look for the
Yeah.
community. That's not a good look for the individuals. And then there was no effort on the grand scale by production to bring this back together. And even with regard to everybody else that was there and had to experience that, because hell, I might have been there and been like, oh bitch, I don't know if this all gonna try and fight me. And I think even when and Ty said as much, like, yeah, girl, this is why I don't invite y'all to my stuff, because y'all around here fighting and carrying on.
Each
and,
other.
and I think that was a missed moment and opportunity for production, because they really, nothing really, it, at least from the edits, it looked like they didn't do anything, and y'all just left it to them to kind of figure it out. I thought that was a missed moment.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that because I do feel like even in that situation, you see us all like yes, we like stopped it from escalating more, but we more so were on J Dot about what he was saying. Whereas now it's like I feel as though I should have been more on Karma because if it wasn't for Karma doing that, none of that would have happened. So it's
Hmm.
like, yeah, so it's
Yeah,
like
we sure gonna get there.
yeah.
Every situation involving Karma, she's been wrong. Every single one. Like she's every single one that I've seen
I
this season,
mean,
you've been wrong, but you did get on the confessionals and want to, cry. Oh, it's because I'm trans. Oh, it's because this, that, and the third. No, it's because you're you and you're wrong and you do wrong ass shit. But we'll get there. So, sir,
yes,
sir,
yes. What's
let's talk
tea?
about this job situation. That whole
Oh,
debacle
oh.
between you and Ty in this job situation, because you're not gonna like what I'm gonna say about this, but I'm gonna let you
Read
explain
me.
your
Go ahead
side.
and read
Go
me, read
ahead.
me. Okay.
What? Explain that all. Why
I
you got
see.
so mad?
I was offended, babes, because I was like, okay. And you heard what I said
I
because
heard
it's like,
what you said, and parts of it I agree with.
what are the qualifications? But then also his I said, baby, I'm
Wait a
overqualified.
minute, wait a
I'm
minute, because I hollered.
overqualified.
Listen, I literally hollered when you said, "Wait a minute, Bitch, you've been to jail. Bitch, you've been selling ass and you've been to jail. What is the qualifications?
I said,
I
what is your
hollered. I
job?
fell the fuck out. I said,
Girl,
bitch.
girl. So look, like I said, everything he said is valid. Everything he said is valid, except that part. And he should have just said it all in one message. But it was the fact it was three different messages. It was like, number one, I don't work with friends and family. It's like, okay, number two, I don't think we're hiring. We should have just left it there. Number three, do you even have a background in this? And it's like, girl, did you? Did you miss? I said, bitch, now you just being shady.
Girl, I
Now you
hollered.
just
I
being
fell out.
shady. And it was like, girl, and I talked to him about it. I was like, girl, I unfollowed you. I did all that because I was like, I was so mad. I was like, and he was like, well, yeah, just let me know. But it was like, I don't want to have to teach you how to treat people. We're all grown people. Like, I'm not about to teach you how to be nice to me or respect me. And I felt like it was disrespectful. So that's why I had to do a little whack to him on the fucking confessionals. But we talked it out. All is good. But yeah, I was just like, Judy, bitch, I'm looking for a better job. I've been at my job for 2 years. I'm always looking for a better job. You know what I mean? I'm an auto detailer, but it's like, I'm a people person. I would love to talk to people. So that's why I was interested in what he does. I'm like, oh, girl, you out here with the community too. Like, you're out here doing shit and getting paid for it. So I was like, girl, put your friend on. But that baby said no.
Hey,
That baby said
everybody in the
no.
chat. Just a collective hello to
Okay,
everybody
what's
in the
the
chat.
chat saying? Hey,
Baby, I
y'all.
hollered when you said, girl, you out here laying the low and spreading wide
Girl,
for
I said,
money. Girl, you was over there in the prison cell.
babes. And
Girl,
now
I
I'm
hollered.
unqualified. Okay. You
I
know
ain't
what? I'm fine.
qualified. Girl. I
Sure,
mean, if she,
Dan.
the only I understood her when she said I don't really like to work with friends or people. If you would have
Mhm.
stopped right there, girl, but when you put it out like that, like girl, you a whole ass ex-con trying to tell me shit. Girl, I
Babes,
hollered. I fell out. I said, bitch.
I said, Twilight Zone or something. I said, why are we throwing shade right now, bitch? Like, qualified? I said, okay, babes. Oh, shit. I said, I'm overqualified, if anything.
Oh.
But yeah, that pissed me off about Ty. I was pissed off and my feelings was hurt. But at the end of the day, we talked about it.
Okay. She still work there?
Don't know.
Mm.
Don't know. I
Oh.
don't know what she does, to be honest.
Oh.
I was just trying to
But
find
wait a
out.
minute.
But
So if you don't know what she do for a living, why was you trying to work there? She could have
because
been
I knew
working
it was
for a place where she got to get bust down. I don't know.
I would have read that in the job description and respectfully declined. So, but I was trying to get to that point to the interview process, but that baby
But
said,
wait a minute. You can't ask somebody to get you a job where they work and you don't even know what they work. They like Tommy from Martin. They don't work nowhere in America.
and you know what? I should have did my research. But from what I had heard, it was something that was helping the community and
Mm.
like with the gays, and you know what? That could be a lot of things. So, you're
Right.
absolutely
If it's
right.
that much in the community, ain't you in the community? I'm just asking.
And you know what?
Anyway,
You're right.
let's get to Final Jeopardy. Let's jump on in here.
Let's
Girl,
do
the
it.
people said you wanted to get your back blown out by Jai. Y'all was in each other's DMs. Von Dell beat you to the punch.
Girl,
And they rolled up in there hand in hand like Jay and Beyonce. And you
girl,
was
Bonnie and
upset.
Clyde.
Girl, what's up with that? Give
Let
me
me
the
tell
real
you,
story.
girl.
Was you in the man DMs?
The man was in my DMs. Were we DMing? Yes, but this is what all happened.
Wait,
So,
pause. Because production, and yes, production, we talk about you. You put
mhm.
those DMs up for like a quarter of a second. It was
I
no
said,
way
no
for us
way.
to read that
Not
shit.
on the live. You're gonna have to go back to that. I said that's just crazy. We didn't even get 5 seconds.
Right? It was like a
That's
quarter
just
of
it.
a
Boop.
second. I'm like, girl,
Said, read it. It's gone.
there it is. Like, bitch.
So look. So
So, wait, what did
basically,
he say in the DMs? What did he say? Girl,
so
what
in
he
the
say?
DMs, he slid in there and was like, "I want to take you out. I fucks with your vibes. I want to take you on a date and get to know you." Type shit. And I was like,
Mhm.
"Look, babes, I don't want to get on a date. I'm down for working and making music type shit, but I don't want to go on a date. Like you're too young. I think I say he's too young. Now this is
How
all.
old is
This
he?
is a
Because y'all keep saying he too young.
He's like 22. He's
Oh,
like
God.
22. Yeah,
Okay.
he's a young. He's a new gay. He's a new gay.
But
He's not
wait a
used to
minute.
being
You only
out.
like 24.
Babes, I just turned 30 2 weeks ago.
Wait, why? I remember last year. No, you did say you was like 28 last year.
Yeah, Beyonce
You
dropped
did. Now
Renaissance
I
on my
remember
28th
now.
birthday.
I don't know why I remember last year you say you was like 23 or 24, but you did say you was like 28 last year. Stupid ass L
Hmm.
Teddy. Anyway.
No, so yeah, he so the first day I met him was that day that Jamal and Bryson were arguing, like at the dog park. We had like a little movie night. They were showing a movie in the park.
Mhm.
They didn't really show all that because we were showing drama.
I think
But
they
Ja
showed a
like
little bit of that. I think they did show a little snippet of that scene. Y'all was like sitting on the little lawn chairs or something like
hmm
that.
yeah. And so like that's the first time I ever met Ja. And like he had like all my shit. And it was like, yeah, he hugged me and told me my birthday. And I was like, that's weird. I didn't know he was doing it
So
for
he had been
everybody.
stalking you.
Kind of, very much so. Because he was like, "Oh, I followed you and you ain't followed me back," and I'm like looking at his page. I'm like, I see why. But okay, let me stop right there. Ja is handsome. He just isn't my
But you
type.
called
And then
him
he's too
ugly.
young. I didn't call him ugly. I called him unattractive. But he got that. He got ugly out of that and was hurt by it. And I'm like,
What
damn.
did you expect? Wait, wait, wait. Pause. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. You know, first of all, you know how the girls are in the community. If you call somebody unattractive, basically you said, bitch, you look like my left testicle. You butt ass ugly. Get the fuck away from me.
Not the
That's what
left
you said.
testicle.
And then when you
Basically,
compound that with the fact that he said he used to be overweight and he lost a lot of weight, and you know, he may have some, you know, some lingering
yeah.
situations, you know, cognitively with that. And so you just shut that young man down. Do you see a reason why he might not have been hurt by that?
No, I see why he was hurt. I definitely see why he was hurt. And he didn't hear it from me, he heard it from somebody else. So
Who told
he was
him?
definitely mad.
Who did he
I
hear
think
from?
a little birdie, girl. Probably
Who
a
was the
little
little birdie? Was it
birdie.
production?
I think production might have, or I, yeah, because yeah.
You know they say production be real messy, be telling all the teas behind the scenes,
Look,
right in the
but
confessionals. Production, you be
I
over
never
here
get
spilling
mad.
tea in confessionals. Production.
I never get mad because anything you say can and will be used against you, babe. So it's like
Mhm.
I'm okay with it. But it got back to John. John was mad. But it's like the night of the showcase. That's a whole nother thing. Like the showcase, my confessionals do not give what the showcase was giving. They were all really good on camera. In person, it was different. But Vaughn, I will
So,
say, Vaughn got the crowd lit.
so let's get back to the situation.
Like
So you
that's where he
said the
pulled me to
man
the
was
side. I
so
was
that he
like,
got in your DMs after y'all left the little movie thing
he
in the
got in
park
my
thing.
after that, but then he got in my DMs the day before the showcase that he performed at. So then after the showcase, he pulls me to the side and was like, "Oh yeah, I really like you. This is that." And I'm a little tipsy, and I'm like, "Okay, well you look kind of good." I'm like, "But John, the only thing we could do is fuck. Like I don't like you're too young for me. Like, and then also like." I mean, like, you don't have your own place to stay. You don't have a car, you know, like, not like these are all things. I'm not saying this is a
Well, how did you
requirement.
know that?
Because he was saying something about he had a curfew and he had to leave. He was waiting for his ride to come get him because he had to go because everybody was about to go to the club, but he couldn't go to the club because he had to go home. So it was like reason number one, like we can't like, and I don't know what he was, and also I feel like I don't know if this is true, but I feel like he was just a user and he was couch hopping. So it's like, and it's
So
no
he's a
shade to the people.
homosexual, as they call him.
Yes, baby, that to the very definition. That's
Oh
very much what
wow.
it was
So
given,
wait
and
a minute, because these are a lot of serious allegations. You are alleging that the man ain't got no damn where to stay. The man ain't got no car. He's sleeping from pillar to post here and there. Because
coast
you
to
made
coast.
the allegations on the show that the only reason he got with Vaughn was because he wanted to sleep in Vaughn's bed. That's the only reason. Like
Needed a
you tried
warm
to make
meal
it like he ain't
outside.
really like Vaughn, but it was a free place to stay.
So watching it back, I never really seen them except for the time they walked, strolled in, booed up together. I never seen them together. It did kind of look cute them together. I will say that when they were feeding each other fucking oranges or cheese curls, whatever they fucking look like. I was like, okay, this is cute. Maybe they weren't into each other. But from the outside looking in at the time, it was like he was just talking to all of us. So I'm not sure how into you he can really be. But I could have been wrong, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I was like, Vaughn, you took the bait, babes, and now he's living with you. I mean,
And
he
hold
says he
on.
wasn't living with him.
Pause 1 second. Vaughn, I know you in the chat. This is
Yes,
just
Vaughn's
an
in the chat,
aside.
babes.
Hold on, Vaughn. This is an aside. Vaughn, this is for you, Vaughn. Vaughn, in the confessionals, you said, "Oh, ain't no way we could get together. He need to know he too young. Da 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 da. This just a fuck thing." And then when y'all was in the park, y'all feeding each other oranges, talking about, "Yeah, we could build something. We gonna be exclusive. It's me and you." And I was like, I was trying to make that make sense. I don't know. What I'm saying is, when you get into confessionals, Vaughn, you got to keep the confessionals consistent with what you see, even if your feelings change afterwards. You got to keep the confessionals where you was at that time, and not where you might be currently at. That's just a little aside. We can talk about that when we do our interview, Vaughn. Anyway, back to what we were saying. So,
I don't know
were you
how he
really
ended up with
jealous
Vaughn.
or not? Because you seemed, from the confessionals and from the way your face was tooted up a little bit when they came in together, because they said they was trolling, you seemed a little bothered for somebody who said the man was unattractive and you didn't want to be with him, and he's sleeping from pillow to post. Because I feel like you had a pillow in the post for him to rest on.
And did and do, but not, well, not don't and don't. But I wasn't jealous. I tried to say hi to him. Just because I wasn't attracted to him didn't mean I didn't want to work with him. I think he's talented. We were talking about making music together. So when he came, I tried to speak to him. That nigga brushed me off his shoulder and kept it moving. So that's why I was just like, this is weird. That's why I asked him later. I'm like, what's wrong? And he's like, you called me ugly. And I'm just like, oh, hmm, that's it. No, but yeah, I wasn't jealous ever. I was never jealous. It was more so like, why are you mad? Like, I
I
see
don't
why you
know.
mad. I
It
see why you
seemed,
mad.
it did seem some kind of way. I feel like if the man said, whipped it out and said, "Let me get some," you would have gave him some. Took too
I would have looked
long.
at it.
Took
I
too
would have looked
long.
at
You
it.
took too long. You took
Anybody
too
pull a
long.
dick out, I'ma look. Anybody pull a dick out, I'ma look. But that does not guarantee I will lick. Okay, that part.
I ain't said you was gonna lick. You might have just let him slide it in, slide the panties to the
Oh
side,
no, see,
and slide on in.
okay. Now this is season 2, and I've done this before, so it's easy to slide in. But that's not. We're tight. Okay, the walls are intact, definitely. So it takes a few dates. It takes some wine. You know what I mean? Like it takes. So I mean, like, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, maybe if I was drunk enough, like I said, I would have fucked Ja. So it's like, but it was like initially no, but like seeing him, it was him pressing up on me that made me think he was fuckable. But just because he was fuckable, I mean, you were fuckable. If that's a compliment, I said you were fuckable, so you
You
can't
said
be
he was
mad.
unattractive too. What
I
was
mean,
unattractive about him?
he has a nice smile. He has a nice smile, and he
What
has
was
nice arms.
unattractive about him?
The age was one thing. The untetheredness, no stability. Those things were like just turn off for me. It was like you saying you're young, and you're dreaming, you're dreaming, and it's like these things. Being an artist don't come without grinding and hustling. Now, not everybody does have to get a 9 to 4, but sometimes you got to get a 9 to 4 and a big boy job to pay your bills and pay for your
Nine to
studio
five. It's
time.
9 to 5.
Thank you so much. You know what I meant. But yeah, so it's like you got to get a job. Look, even if it is 9 to 4, shit. But it's like you got to get a job, and you got to, like, it's just a responsibility as an
Oh, so
adult.
you
Even if
said
you
he ain't got
working,
no job nowhere in America. Do you even know that? Do you know if he got a
I
job or
think he
not?
was job humping. I think he
You
was
making
job
a lot of
hopping.
assumptions about this young man. You said the man ain't got nowhere to live. You said the man ain't got no car. Now you
He
said
was
the man ain't
staying
got
with
no
them.
job.
We're gonna
You
see in
do
the
you
next
know these
tomorrow night.
things?
Tomorrow night, you're gonna see. You're gonna and tomorrow starts getting crazy because there are allegations that are made
But
that
wait, wait,
are.
wait, wait. Allegations are one thing, but if did he come out and say, "Yeah, I ain't got no job, I ain't got nowhere to stay, I don't got no car"? Did he
I mean,
come
if we're
out and
gonna
say
get
that?
okay, if we're gonna get into it, then we're gonna get into it. So I heard from. Well, he was staying with members on the cast.
Who he was
At
staying
home.
with?
You're gonna see tomorrow. You're gonna see tomorrow.
We here now. Was he fucking him?
And that's where it gets messy because one would say they were and the other said they weren't.
Mm.
Right. So that's where it gets messy.
So was
So
he saying that they was fucking, or was the person he's staying with saying they was fucking?
person he was staying with said they were not.
The person he was
Right.
staying with saying they were not fucking, but he said he was fucking them. Child, he was
Mm-hmm.
fucking. Child, he was fucking.
But babes,
Girl.
okay, if you, I don't
Who
want
was
to
the
talk
person?
about
Was
the
it
episode.
Vaughn?
Well, no, we know Vaughn was consensual for both.
Okay, yeah. But so it wasn't Vaughn. Oh, Vaughn, girl, he fighting somebody else? Oh, he fucking somebody.
Child,
Oh, girl. Who was he
child,
staying with? Mm,
child, child. Y'all
mm,
gonna find out tomorrow. Dead ass. You find out
mm.
tomorrow, and it starts getting messy. So that was another thing too. It was
Vaughn,
just
you need to
like,
get your man, honey. He over here fucking everybody. You said y'all supposed to be
baby,
exclusive, and he
this is
around here dipping his spoon into all of the sugar bowls on
so
the
the
damn
gag
show.
is the gag is, I think, and don't quote me on this, but I think the time frame he was at this person's house before he was fucking with Vaughn.
Oh, so he was fucking the other person before he even got with you,
Girl, no,
and
his words. Something happened with that person before he started talking to everybody else.
so he was dipping his spoon into the other person's sugar bowl first. So not when he was with Vaughn. So the
As the
other
other
person,
person,
him
they'll
and
say he was trying to dip his sugar spoon. According to Job, that spoon was dipped.
oh.
When I tell you it's about to start getting crazy, like I'm kind of nervous because the opinions everybody's about to have, because it
Oh,
gets into
Vaughn,
touchy
they said he
subjects.
was fucking you after he stopped fucking the other person. Maybe he got kicked out or something. I don't know.
Child, that's what I'm saying. So it just that's why I'm saying I was like,
Wait a
was this
minute. So,
convenience or love? Love or
wait, was he doing
convenience?
the fucking or was he getting fucked? The people gonna want to know all of this stuff.
Girl, and that's the gag. I don't know. I don't know. I heard that he was trying to get fucked.
Oh,
The person said he was trying to get fucked.
oh.
He says the person was trying to fuck him.
So he said he was trying to fuck the person he was staying with. The other person said, or no, he said he fucked the person, and the other person said, nah, he was trying to get me fucked. Oh, child. Oh, oh. Well,
Mm-hmm.
let me look at my
And
note.
and and it's not even like trying to get the fuck. It's to the word where the advantage SA babes. We're at SA.
Like
That's the
sexual
word. That's
assault, like somebody took the other person's.
molestation. Molestation was
Oh,
the word that is will be used tomorrow
oh,
night in 24 hours. That's what
oh.
we are going. That will
So
be the
people
topic
is
of
taking
discussion.
people's booty holes and stuff. Oh,
Child, child.
or
That's what I'm
mouthpieces,
saying.
booty holes. I don't
That's
know.
what I know about it. That's
They
what
do it
I know
like
about it.
Meg or Family Guy in the ear, like Meg on Family Guy.
Yeah, yeah. No, so that I'm about to be learning all of this with y'all because I only what I just told you is what I knew. So I'm about to watch it.
But I hope production put it all out there. Not production. Don't be cutting parts out. We need it all. Child.
Oh wait, no,
I
hold
need.
on.
But
The
here's my
comments are
question. Because
saying
this is
other
what I
stuff.
wanted to know. Why is he not a part? Is he not a member of the cast? Because they don't have him in the credits or the opening credits or the ending credits. Did he like quit the show or something?
I heard that he quit. I heard that he quit because this stuff that's about to come out
Mm.
and it's about to get messy. And I think he
Um.
was young and didn't know how to. But my thing is, I want to watch it because I need to see for real. Like for some of it, I was there, but I need to see it because I really need
Mm.
to
Yeah, we
reevaluate
need
everything.
clarity. Clarity is
Yeah.
needed. We need some clarification. Well, whoever it is that he was fucking or getting fucked by, we need to have them come on up on here
Oh,
so we
baby,
can
you'll
talk
be
about it and see
interviewing
what
them.
really
You'll be
happened.
interviewing them. You'll be
Hmm?
interviewing them. You
I
will.
will be.
You will.
Interesting.
hmm
So you claim, you wasn't into him like that. That's what you claim. That's what I got gathered from that. You wasn't jealous of him and Vaughn. Vaun
No,
said he
because if
gonna have
I
him bent over in the truck. Vaughn, you gonna have him bent over in the truck while you driving the truck? That listen, Vaughn, girl, is you
look,
gonna have him in this good truck, bent over in this good truck?
and it's no shade, no read, no tea, but it's like if I wanted him, I could have had him.
Oh,
So it's just
blue.
like, and it's not to Vaughn. That's not to Vaughn. I'm just saying to like the whole jealous thing or the I didn't want him, or what a lot of people are saying is I
Mm.
didn't want him until the night that everybody wanted him or something at the showcase. But that's not true. What happened was he pulled me to the side and like kind of pushed up on me, and I'm like, I kind of like this, and I like to flirt. So it was just like we can
But then you
fuck,
end
like
up
we can
calling him
fuck.
unattractive. Girl, make it make sense.
I called him attractive before he pulled me to the side and I said maybe we could fuck.
And
But
then he was attractive that night because you had them got a little tipsy.
a little
You know,
tipsy
the
and
alcohol make people look better. The alcohol adds filters.
and when they bring the right energy, Job brought the right energy. It was just like, it was like, oh my
Mm,
God, is this little boy like telling me he
mm,
wants me? Like,
child.
I was like, oh my God, we can only fuck. Like, I was blushing type shit. Like, so it was like,
Mm.
it was sweet what he did or how he made me feel. And it was like, okay, you're fuckable. Like, I would fuck you. Like,
Well, child, girl.
but not no more. Not no
Mm,
more. Because
mm,
that's fine.
child. Anyway, so we coming up against it. But I want to briefly talk about the Karma versus J Dot situation. And I know I probably need to unpack that more extensively with the parties involved.
Mhm.
But just wanted to get your take on that. That was one of the big things from last episode. I wanted to get
Mhm.
your take on that. I probably, like I said, will want to unpack it a lot more with either J Dot or Karma. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel as though both parties were wrong. I feel as though I should have been harder on Karma instead of as hard, equally as hard on J Dot. You know what I mean? Because I definitely was because I disagreed with J Dot. I disagreed with Karma, but it was the bias slash bigotry that really like made me feel like I needed to somewhat defend her in the community. But overall, she was still wrong. So that's one thing I take
Well,
away
this is the
from.
second time that production done let Karma get away with, doing stuff and unchecked, not said anything, just go with God. Like at some point, there has to be some repercussions, for actions that people take. And she just, is
I do feel like yeah, it is probably because yeah, like we had a whole conversation with Karma because like season one we were trying to do like promo and she like threw a drink at Rebel and we had to get out the studio. We couldn't even film
mm.
that shit that day. So it was just like Karma, we can do things different ways. Like yes,
It
you're
feels
allowed to be angry, you can be but when you throw drinks, when you're like physical, like it's different.
It seems like production is rewarding violence. If I'm being honest, it looks like they're rewarding violence. I mean, she's back for another season, allowed to just do whatever. Like I was even looking at like she got mad with Lottie for trying to break up the fight. I listen, Lottie is my
Yeah.
girl. She like my favorite person on the show. I will fight
Hmm.
y'all about Lottie, okay? I
I
will
love
fight
Lottie
y'all about
too.
her. Listen, but she got mad
Karma,
with her because she
Karma.
was trying to break up the fight. But girl, y'all can't just be fighting and carrying on. Somebody got to break it up. And the fact that they let Bryson tell him, yeah, let them go ahead and fight. No, don't let them go ahead and fight. No, this is not what we want. And production was filming like, okay, girl, we just gonna film this, and yeah, this gonna be good. And we never got a resolution. There was never anybody said, yeah, that shit was wrong. We can't have this on our show because somebody could press charges.
Yeah.
Literally,
No, I
somebody
think
can say, I'm gonna press charges. Literally, this is supposed to be about real life and music and about people and their aspiring music careers within the LGBTQ plus community. You might have young people that are watching this, that are looking to see, okay, what's
how
it
do
like
I
to get
act
out
in
there
that
and grind
situation?
and things like that. And now you
Hmm.
giving this example that, okay, yeah, if I get in the gay community and I try to be an artist, I'm gonna have to, fight my way
Yeah.
through, or it's gonna be hoes
Hmm.
that don't like, and I just feel like it just nobody checked Karma, and this is multiple times now. And at some point, somebody has to step in and say enough is enough.
I do agree with that. I didn't look at it that way, but yeah, watching it back now, like I said, like it's like that was dead ass wrong, and I was distracted by the other stuff. But it's like yeah, like even when we get to the dinner scene, like Karma, you are dead ass wrong. You are dead ass wrong. Every that oh, it was so chaotic, but it's just like yeah, yeah,
Oh, we
Karma,
ain't
she
seen
she
that
went.
yet.
We seen the trailer. We seen the trailer of
Mm,
us at dinner, and she starts throwing
mm.
everything, and they're fighting,
I
type
blame
shit.
production. I can't blame nobody else but
Yeah, I was gonna
production.
say,
We'll
yeah,
talk
I
about
don't.
it.
You
I
can't
know
blame nobody
production
else.
gonna call me. We'll talk about it. Anyway,
No,
any last word? I'm coming up against it. I got another show I got to do at
yeah,
8:45, and it's 8:48.
Okay, no, good. I'm glad. I enjoy talking to you. I like having our talks. I
You
love
got to
how
come
like
back on because
invested you
this
are.
not finished. Because I know you're gonna have some more foolery
Girl, you know it's
going
about to get
on.
crazy the second
You
half because
keep
I know the girls are about to bring it these confessionals. I said I don't got nothing but my confessionals. I gotta go.
mm,
I
girl.
gotta go off. So there's going to be
Mm-hmm.
more to come. Tomorrow's
Uh-huh.
going to be crazy. So just be ready for
I'll
tomorrow.
be
That's all I gotta
watching.
say.
Well, thank you so much, Vay, for
Thank
coming up
you.
here. The girls gonna be ready for you. They're gonna say you got real messy up here. Girl, they gonna be
Child.
coming at your throat.
And that's okay.
Child.
But did I lie? But did
Oh,
I
and then
lie?
there's that. And
Gotta
then
lie be
there's that.
told. The truth shall set you free, baby.
Won't it though?
Won't
Won't
it
it?
will? Will it won't?
Won't he will he won't? Anyway, thank you so much for being for coming up here and allowing me to ask you all of these questions. We'll talk again later this season once it
Yes,
gets a
thank
little more
you.
spicier. What I will say I appreciate about your confessionals
Hmm.
is your confessionals give me like it kind of narrates the show.
Yeah.
Like I can watch your confessionals and it helps me,
Yeah,
make
put it
sense of the
together.
different
Yeah.
scenes, put the different scenes together. So I do appreciate your confessionals. It kind of helps narrate the show. I've already
Hmm.
told production, I wish you would stop asking questions in the confessional, or at
Yeah.
least stop
Yeah.
letting us hear you ask the questions.
Yes.
Edit your questions out when we can't hear
Hmm.
you and just let us hear
Agreed.
the answers to the
Or yeah,
question.
put the little caption at the bottom of the question that was asked,
Yeah, but we
But
should
yeah,
never hear production. We should never hear
yeah,
production.
I agree with
Anyway,
that. No, thank you for having me. Keep doing what you're doing because we all be tuned in, and I love your personality. You're a funny girl, so I like people like you,
all right,
and we
I
need more people
appreciate it.
like you.
Thank everybody
Enjoy your
that
next
came
show.
through. Shout out to everybody that came through. Thank y'all so much. As I always say, I love y'all, I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged. They're much appreciated. Thank y'all so much. I put Vay's socials in the comment section as well as his Spotify in the comment section if you want to go and listen to his music and check him out. Do that. It's in the description box, I should say. So go check him out, download his music. He's a dope artist, and we'll catch you next time. That's all I got for y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all
Yes,
drive
y'all be
safely.
safe.
We out of
Bye.
here.